Okay, let's back up a couple of steps here. The last thing I need to show you how to do is a translation. Let's see. Gosh. You know what? If I take this center and I move it way over here, and I take this angle to be like 180 degrees, that'll get my rotation way off the screen, so it won't bother me anymore. Okay, if I want to do a translation, I need a vector to translate along. So I am going to draw a vector. Where is my vector drawing tool? Here we go, it's under lines, vector. So I'm just going to draw a vector. And now that is going to be a vector that I can drag and move around and change using the move tool. And I want to take my original shape and I want to translate it by that vector. So I'm going to look for my transformations. Here we go. Translate by vector. Select the object, then select the vector. There it is. There's the translation. Let's color that one. What have I not used yet? How about orange? Orange is a good color. Oh, I haven't used orange. I don't think so. So there we go. There's my translation. And of course, you can do, oops, you see that? I accidentally clicked when I was using a tool that was not the tool I wanted to be using. I wanted to go back to move. Okay, so here's my translation. The last thing that you're going to be investigating is a glide reflection, which is a composition with a translation and a reflection. So I'm just going to open up a new page and do it there. You know what? Why not? Okay, so I'll do the setup again. So the setup is I don't want to look at the axis, I don't want to look at the grid, and I don't want it to use 13 decimal places, and I don't want it to label everything, only the points. Okay, so once again, I'm going to make my shape that I'm going to do a glide reflection with. So in the geometry tools, I'm going to find where it lets me, under more, where it lets me make a polygon. There we go, polygons. I'm going to make a shape. Make sure to close up and go back to the first point when you're making your shape. I'm going to make a vector that is going to be my glide for the glide reflection. So I need vector, which is next to the lines. So I'm going to draw a vector. And right now I'm going to draw a line. And in order to be a glide reflection, that line has to be parallel to the vector that we're gliding along. But the first investigation asks you to check out what happens when they're not parallel. And so I'm going to do these separately. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm first going to glide, and then I'm going to reflect. You'll be investigating this in both orders, so you might be doing a reflection and then a glide. So, reflect about line, click, object, reflection line. Okay, so that's the in-between one. I'm going to right-click and change this settings, and what I'm going to do here because this is an in-between one. I'm going to make it a thinner line, and I am going to make it, well, maybe we'll leave the opaqueness the same. I'm going to make it a lighter blue, okay? And then now we're going to do the translation. So I need translate by vector. Click the thing I'm going to translate, which is the reflected thing. Click the vector. There's the glide reflection result. Well, it's the reflection and then translate result. And I'm going to make that show up better. So this one is going to be a nice dark purple, and we'll make the nice thick lines again. Okay, so that one should show up. I accidentally clicked a point. I didn't want to do that. What I want is I want the move tool. Let's undo making that point. All right, so now I want to show you some things that are different so I can have that vector not be parallel to the line. Or, and this is a really easy way to make the vector parallel to the line, is I can actually put that vector right there on the line. And because it's a vector, it doesn't matter where in space it is, so long as it's going in the same direction and the same angle. And so this whole parallel is not really necessary. I could say that the vector lies on the reflection line. That would be the same condition. So anyway, there's an example of a glide reflection. So the glide reflection goes from this blue to that purple.